This week's MSM Draw was brought to us by Kevinator J. I knew y'all would get the mirror Woboxes out of me eventually. Submit your prompt using the tag MSM Draw. Hello once more, this is Creeptanium, or the initials CT for short. In this video, we'll learn how to calculate the height of any monster, decoration, structure, or island like I did in my previous video. Let's look at how I managed to get the sizes in the first place. In My Singing Monsters Live, episode 48.
How tall is a Yuggler? I'd say that it gets to be about 7-8 feet tall.
Really?
This was the statement I based all my calculations on. The term get as big as implies that the monster is at its maximum size, or level 15. So a level 15 Yuggler is 7 to 8 feet tall, or an average around 7 feet 6 inches. That part was simple enough. Next, I wanted to find out how much monsters increased as they leveled up. On my Psychic Island, I lined up a level 4 Yuggler, a level 10 Yuggler, and a level 15 Yuggler. I took a screenshot and I measured the heights and found the percent increase for each level up. Using basic math, I calculated a 12% increase in size for each growth spurt. So working backwards, a level 10 Yuggler is 6'8", a level 4 is 5'9", and a level 1 is 4'10". So then, I measured a level 4 Yuggler against the grid placement on the island. I found that each grid is 14.5 inches. That's the constant you need to work with if you, the audience, want to find the heights of any monster you want. So write that down somewhere. From there, all you need to do is take a screenshot of a monster next to a grid, then plug it into this equation. MA equals GA divided by GO times MO, where MA is the actual monster height, MO is the observed monster height, GA is our constant 14.5 inches, the actual grid size, and GO is the observed grid size. So here's an example of how to work it. Let's find the height of Punkleton. So here is our level 4 Punkleton next to some grids. You'll want to take a screenshot and legit measure your screen with a ruler to get the observed values, that's MO and GO. Make sure to measure in inches or your calculations will be off. So I measured my Punkleton to be about 4.5 inches tall, and my grid as 1.4 inches. So using the equation and substituting GA for 14.5 inches, I have MA equals 14.5 divided by 1.4 times 4.5, which equals 47 inches, or about 3 feet 11 inches. So from there, you can either scale up or down 12% to find the other level sizes. Speaking of which, let's address an issue that presented itself in the size video that I released a few weeks ago. Shimmy Show Shammy mentioned that Wobux are around 4 meters, or for us Americans, around 13 feet tall. Seeming as I calculated Wobux as 6 feet 9 inches, I figured that difference came from what level the Wobux was at. So to clear up the issue, here's a level 15 Wobox. It should come out to be 13 feet tall. And so, according to my calculations, level 15 is 102 inches, or about 8 feet 6 inches? Oh dear. Well, I guess it's time to look into this problem a bit further.
Dip, 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 dip.
Sorry about that. I'll have to put in a word with my scriptwriter about Among Us jokes. So, I've looked through the MSM Live episodes and the comments on the size videos, and I've come to the conclusion that this must be a case of inconsistent sprites in the game. Lore-wise, Wobox are huge, and Entbrats are taller than 4 feet for sure. However, when mathematically compared to my Yuggler constant, it makes the monsters seem a lot shorter than they seem. Technically speaking, I'm not wrong. It's completely impossible for me to be wrong, of course. But in reality, the in-game sizes don't match their lore sizes. It's just a simple inconsistency. So what does that mean for the results of my math earlier? Well, it would be for the sizes of the monsters as they appear in the game. Those are what we can call the actual sizes. But according to the monster handlers, it's an entirely different subject. Just keep in mind that the lore sizes may be different from the actual sizes. Well, that was a bit of a letdown. I always hate it when the lore doesn't match up with the game. I guess the only way to truly know the sizes are to hear it straight from the monster handlers themselves. Well, enough of that. Let's see what we have for upcoming news. My next big video will be discussing an iconic dozen monsters who date back to the dawn of fire. In the video, we'll look at the meaning of an MSM phrase invented by fans and figure out which of these 12 monsters holds the most power in its hands. Actually, I can't say that. Some of them don't have hands. Well, until next time, this has been Creeptanium, and I'll see you guys later.